Hello everyone, this is the pre-market report video for today May 31st in the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. Yesterday Nifty was very volatile in the first half. The trend was completely unclear whether to consolidate or to move higher, but the volatility was within the band of 60 to 70 points. Then the flat to positive European market kind of supported our market and made it to close positive for the fourth consecutive day. The volatility was mainly due to the Bank Nifty since at present as it trades above its all-time high value, and for the second consecutive day it hit the all-time high in the back-to-back straight 2 days, so it's kind of understandable about the nervousness. In terms of institutional activity, again FII were net buyers, but after 6 days DII turned as sellers. FII net bought for approximately 2080 crore rupees, while DII net sold for near 440 crore rupees. However, the overall market is not positive but also not too much negative. The advanced return ratio was around 0.9:1, which means yesterday slightly more number of stocks were declined than that of the advanced one. Then after the Indian market hours, all European stocks turned and closed significantly negative due to the sudden drop in oil price, which in turn affects all the energy stocks across the world. Now the positivity of agreement over the debt ceiling issue is fading. As we discussed yesterday and last week pre-market video, now the worries of inflation and rate hike is back. As per Fed monitoring tool, over 60% Fed will increase the interest rate in the upcoming FOMC meeting, which all we discussed enough details why and how in the last two pre-market videos. In addition, lot of times I mentioned in my pre-market videos that both US and UK were the housing economy. In between 2007 to 2011, US housing market didn't do good, then the whole US economy didn't do good at all. So in order to be in a good position, the housing price in US has to grow average of 4.5 to 5%. Here now, yesterday, Federal Housing Finance Agency released the annual March month housing price rise, and it keeps on sliding as the Fed expected, and that came as 3.6%, which is below the long-term average. This slow price increase and further interest rate hike increased the chance of recession in the second half of this financial year. All this made the oil price to drop over 4%. At the time of this video, WTI crude oil is trading below $70 per barrel and Brent crude oil is trading around $74 per barrel. Please note, on June 4th coming Sunday, there is a meeting scheduled between the OPEC plus countries. And there is a conflict between Saudi and Russia, as Saudi Arabia wants a production cut whereas Russia don't want to do that, and they keep on increasing their production. To some extent, last night this expecting non-agreement between Russia and Saudi Arabia also affected the oil price, which in turn affects all the energy stocks in US. And for the third straight session, semiconductor stocks supported the market. Last night, Nvidia increased over another 3%. Thus, it took the total rally in the last 3 days to over 30%. It crossed the $1 trillion market cap, and thus Tesla also rallied. In the end, Dow Jones marginally decreased by 0.15%, S&P 500 closed flat, whereas Nasdaq increased 0.32%. In case of VIX, it further dropped to below 17.5 from near 18, and the 10-year bond yield too dropped below 3.7 from above 3.8. Moving on, in terms of Indian ADR, it's very mixed. For example, Infosys and HDFC Bank's ADR closed slightly less but in line with Indian market, whereas ICICI Bank ADR closed 0.3% negative, and in Indian market, it's positive 0.3%. Same for Wipro. In US, it closed negative 0.8%, whereas in Indian market, it's positive 0.8%. Then regarding SGX Nifty, at 3 am Indian Standard Time, it closed at 18,675, which is kind of indicating 50 to 70 points gap down opening. So this is what happened on global market yesterday. Now let's move to the India specific info. First, in the aftermarket hours, RBI released its annual report. Yesterday in the pre-market video description, because of my sleepiness, I forgot to attach the governor's speech transcript. Now it's added to that pre-market video. Today, for sure, I'll attach the whole annual report in the description. If anyone fancy reading the whole, please have a look. It's not anything that relates to stock market specific, but it got lot of interesting informations. Like how much counterfeit notes such as 2000 rupees and 500 rupees they found in the last 2 years. They expect India to grow 6.5% in the present financial year FY 2024, and why they paid the dividend of over 8,000 crore rupees to Indian government, etc. and all. About quarterly results, Adani Port, Torrent Pharma and Mazagon Shipbuilding were some of the companies that released its earnings in the aftermarket hours. Both Torrent Pharma and Mazagon Shipbuilding beats the analyst estimation, whereas Adani Port kind of mixed, especially Adani Port. Its revenue increased 40% to near 5,800 crore rupees, whereas analysts expected around just 5,000 crore rupees. However, they reported the profit of just near 1,200 crore rupees against expectation of over 1,800 crore rupees. Here, the EBITDA was good, they did beat the estimation, but when converting into profit, it dropped due to like debt repayment, other losses, etc. And the final item I like to highlight is about HDFC Life. Since it's one of the promoter, Standard Life is going to sell near 1.66% stake today, so we could see those impact negatively. As a summary, US market closed near flat. Since tonight, US debt ceiling is expected to pass through the Congress that they are going to suspend the debt limit until 2025. Here, now the deal was reached between Biden and McCarthy. It seems very likely that it will pass through both the chambers without any problem. Anyway, Indian ADR was mixed and SGX Nifty is indicating gap down opening of 50 to 70 points. In addition, this energy stock crash might transfer to Reliance as well. Even the Reliance GDR closed over 2.5% negative, which is very disastrous. Then about the things to look out. At present, almost most of the companies released their earnings, so it's just macro. First, before our market opening, Chinese PMI data is due, especially the manufacturing one for the May month, and it will have a direct impact on our metal stocks. Then, during our market hours between 11 to 2:30, there are lots and lots of Europe-related macros such as Germany's unemployment, France inflation, and Italy's inflation, etc. are due. Then in the aftermarket hours, very important India's GDP data, infrastructure output and fiscal deficit are scheduled to release. In the evening, Germany's inflation is also due, and in the night regarding US, couple of FOMC members interviews are scheduled and number of available jobs opening, Chicago PMI data are due. Coming to technical, yesterday Nifty forms the exactly similar candle like day before yesterday, but this time green one. Short candle with minor upper and lower shadow. And again, it clearly suggests the indecisiveness between positive and negative momentum. The intraday formation was also suggesting the continuation of a range bound activity in the near future. Here, there is one very important thing we need to note. Yesterday, the trade volume reached the highest value in the last 6 months, but still VIX was dropped to 12, which shows that the short-term uptrend is still intact. However, the hourly momentum indicator is at negative crossover, which is pointing that the consolidation is still not over and it may lead to a further range bound over the next few trading sessions. At present, the likely scenario is gap down. Just in case if there is a huge gap up today, I think it's unlikely to sustain without the support of momentum indicator. Overall, the uptrend is intact as long as Nifty trades above 18,250. Today, both Nifty and Bank Nifty is expecting to have a consolidation or some profit booking. Nifty has to maintain 18,450 to 18,500, which is very crucial, while potential hurdle will be at 18,700 to 18,750 level. Similarly, for Bank Nifty, 44,100 is the breakout point we need to look out for, whereas immediate hurdle will be at 44,750 to 44,800. Moving on, from option change in open interest, in direct contrast to last 2 days, small number of put options were added at below 18,650 but aggressively added at just on 18,600. And some call options unwound below 18,600 and some added at above 18,600. It's really difficult to say anything here. So from options open interest data, the nearby maximum put option open interest is at 18,300 and followed by 18,400 and 18,600. Here 18,600 got significant call option open interest as well. Thus, based on options data, 18,400 is the very good support, but psychologically it's 18,500. Regarding call option open interest, 18,800 got the maximum and followed by 18,700. So 18,700 is the immediate resistance and 18,800 is the strong resistance for the expiry. Then in terms of Bank Nifty from open interest data, the maximum put option open interest is present at 44,000 followed by 44,500. 44,500 also got huge call option open interest. Thus, 44,000 is the visible support for now. Gap down opening can push further down below 43,500 mark. Regarding resistance, 45,000 is the next nearby number that got the huge call option open interest. So, 45,000 is the resistance to break. So, that's all in this video. Hope you all got some information. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. So, it will help me beat the algorithm and will also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investment decision based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing it for my and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.